consultant, dear parents, and audience. Welcome to our workshop on cultivating leadership in children, building the next generation of leaders. My name is Priya, and I'm the early childhood consultant in Absolute Genetic Technologies. Today, I'll be sharing some practical strategies on why leadership is essential for your children and how we can support them in developing these vital skills. In today's session, I'll be touching on topics that include the importance of building leadership in children, key leadership skills, practical ways to build leadership skills, and the challenges you may face and how to overcome them. At the end of the session, I will brief you on the benefits of our DNA testing. So, let's start with the why. Why is it important to build leadership skills in children? So, leadership skills are not just for those in position of power. They're foundational to success in almost every area of life. Whether your child is leading a sports team, running a classroom project, or managing a group of friends, or navigating a professional career later on, the core of leadership skills they develop now will serve them throughout their lives. So, at its core, leadership involves the ability to communicate effectively. It's about expressing ideas clearly and listening actively to others. In a world that thrives on collaboration, being able to communicate well and make all the difference it will all make a difference whether a child succeeds or struggles in a group setting. So additionally, leadership requires problem-solving abilities. Children with strong leadership skills are able to assess situations, come up with creative solutions, and make informed decisions even when faced with complex or unexpected challenges. So furthermore, ethical decision making is a key aspect of leadership. Children who are taught how to make decisions with integrity, considering both the short-term and long-term effects, develop a sense of accountability that will guide them in all areas of their life. Whether in school, work, or personal relationships, this foundation of ethical leadership ensures they become individuals who lead with honor and responsibility. So, number 2 is building self-confidence and resilience. One of the most powerful benefits of teaching leadership to children is the boost it gives to their self-confidence. Leadership is about taking initiative, whether it's organizing a class project, volunteering to help a peer, or stepping up in times of uncertainty. When children are encouraged to take on these leadership roles, they tend to trust their own abilities. This trust in themselves leads to higher self-esteem as they realize they are capable of influencing outcomes and guiding others. So over time, this self-confidence translates into resilience. Children who have practiced leadership are more likely to approach challenges with a positive mindset. So they learn how to face obstacles head-on, knowing that failure is part of the process and can be a learning experience. This resilience helps them bounce back after setbacks and keep moving forward with a critical life skill in both their personal and professional lives. So when children develop resilience, they are better equipped to navigate the inevitable difficulties they'll face as they grow, understanding that challenges are just opportunities for growth. And number 3 is fostering empathy and social responsibility. So true leadership isn't just about personal success. It's about considering the impact of one's actions on others. The best leaders are those who balance their own ambitions with a deep sense of empathy for the people around them. So by teaching children leadership, we help them understand the importance of collaboration and mutual respect. Leadership encourages children to take the time to understand others' perspectives, consider their needs, and work towards solutions that benefit the group. This sense of responsibility helps them become more compassionate individuals, not just leaders who are focused on their own success, but also leaders who care about the well-being of others. Furthermore, by being exposed to leadership roles in various settings, children learn that leadership is about lifting others up, empowering teammates, and helping others succeed. These values of cooperation and support contribute to healthy relationships, whether in school, at home, or in the workplace. As they learn to lead with empathy, children also develop social responsibility. They become more aware of how their actions affect the larger community, which can motivate them to contribute to causes that matter to them. So teaching leadership nurtures a generation of children who are not only capable leaders, but also considerate, socially aware individuals committed to making positive changes in the world. So, do you know why I emphasize leadership for children? It's because leadership traits are influenced by specific genes that play a role in shaping a child's potential to lead. While some leaders are born with natural abilities, others are molded through nurture and development. With DNA insights, you can uncover your child's unique strengths and tendencies, allowing you to nurture their leadership potential effectively. Together, you can raise the next generation of confident, capable, and impactful leaders. Now, let's move on to the next section. Now that we know why leadership is so important, let's dive into what skills we should be focusing on to help our children develop as leaders. Number one is communication. Great leaders are great communicators. They know how to express their ideas clearly, listen actively, and adapt their message to their audience. Encourage your child to speak up in family meetings or share their ideas in group settings. This helps them practice articulating thoughts in a way that others can understand. And number two is the decision making. Leadership involves making decisions, sometimes under pressure. So one way we can nurture this skill is in our children is by giving them age appropriate choices. For example, let them decide what to have for dinner, with a reason, of course, or involve them in family planning decisions. These small everyday choices will help them develop decision making confidence. Number three is problem solving. So leaders are problem solvers. They identify challenges and come up with practical solutions. To build this skill, present your child with hypothetical situations. Ask them questions like, what would you do if this happens? Or how can we solve this problem together? Over time, children will learn how to think critically and creatively. Number four is empathy and teamwork. No one can lead alone, and good leaders know how to build and support teams. So encourage your child to work with others, whether it's a school project, sports team, or group activities. You can also model empathy by discussing different perspectives and the importance of helping others. Number five is responsibility and accountability. Leadership means owning up to one's actions. From a young age, teach your child to take responsibility for their mistakes as well as their successes. Praise them for taking ownership of their actions even when things don't go as planned. So the key leadership skills like communication, decision making, problem solving, empathy, teamwork, responsibility, and accountability, your child may face challenges in developing some of these traits. If you're curious about your child's unique personal development traits, don't hesitate to reach out to us. Let's uncover their potential together. Now, let's move on to practical ways to build leadership skill in your children. Number one is to give them the opportunity to lead. As parents, we often hesitate to let our children take on too much responsibility for fear that, they may struggle or feel overwhelmed. However, one of the best ways to build leadership skills is by allowing children to take charge of small tasks. This doesn't mean giving them a CEO role at home or, but rather empowering them with manageable responsibilities. For example, let them plan out a family outing or, decide on destination, coordinate the schedule and manage the logistics, or let them lead a game during a family playtime. During guiding their siblings, on the rules and steps to follow. These tasks, though seemingly small, are invaluable in building confidence. When children are given the freedom to make decisions and lead activities, they learn to manage the pressure of responsibility. They also experience the satisfaction that comes with taking ownership and seeing the results of their actions. These opportunities will also allow them to practice important leadership skills such as delegation, communication, and time management, which are critical in later stages of life. Number two is to encourage reflection. Leadership isn't just about action, it's about reflection. Once your child completes a task or takes on a leadership role, it's essential to sit down and have a discussion about how things went. The goal is not to praise them blindly, but to help them critically evaluate their performance. Ask open-ended questions like, what went well today or what could you have done differently. Encourage them to reflect on both their successes and challenges. This reflection helps children develop self-awareness, a key trait of effective leaders. So by asking them questions and asking them to think about their own actions and decisions, you are teaching them how to assess situations, identify areas of improvement, and learn from mistakes. It also instills a growth mindset, like when children understand that there's always room for improvement. They are more likely to take on new challenges and approach them with confidence and determination. Number three is to model leadership behavior. Children are keen observers. They often learn as much from what we do as from what we see. As a parent or caregiver, it's crucial to model leadership behavior in our own actions. Qualities such as effective communication, calm decision making under pressure, and collaboration with others. For instance, when you face a challenge at work or in your personal life, talk through your decision making process with your child. Let them see how you evaluate options, consider other perspectives, and make thoughtful, ethical choices. When they witness you handling adversity with resilience and treating others with respect, they begin to internalize these behaviors and understand what good leadership looks like. You're not just telling them how to lead, you're also showing them how to lead. Whether it's managing a team at work or like resolving a disagreement with a friend, your actions will serve as a blueprint for them to follow. And number four is create a growth mindset. Leadership skills, like any other skills, are developed over time, and failure is a natural part of the process. One of the most important things we can do to foster leadership in our children is to encourage them to embrace mistakes as learning opportunities rather than setbacks. Acknowledge their effort, not just results. Praise their willingness to try the strategies they use and the lessons they've learned from the experience rather than only focusing on success. By helping them develop a good mindset, you can encourage you're encouraging them to see challenges as opportunities for growth rather than obstacles. This mindset not only boosts their resilience, but also their willingness to take on new responsibilities and leadership roles. When children know that failure isn't something to be feared, they're more likely to stretch themselves, try new things, and develop their skills necessarily to lead. Number five is to get involved in team activities. Leadership is not just about taking charge, it's about learning how to collaborate, communicate, and work effectively within a team. One of the best ways to help your child develop these skills is by involving them in team activities, whether it's sports, school clubs, or community service projects. These environments provide children with numerous opportunities to practice leadership in a group setting. In team activities, children learn how to motivate others, share responsibility, and support their peers. They also encounter situations where they must lead by example, whether it's encouraging teammates, helping to solve problems, or taking on leadership position like being team captain or project manager. So by being involved in these activities, it teaches them how to work with others, communicate effectively, and balance individual goals with the needs of the group, which are skills that are indispensable for any leader. Whether they're leading a soccer team or organizing a charity event, these experiences help them build confidence in their ability to take on leadership roles and learn valuable lessons about teamwork, responsibility, and communication. So, now the challenges and how to overcome them. Let's address Some common challenges that might come up when building leadership skills in children. Number one is fear of failure. Some children are naturally risk adverse and shy away from leadership roles because they fear failure. Encourage them to take small, manageable risks and assure them that mistakes are a part of the learning process. Praise their effort, not just their successes. Okay. And number two is balancing independence and guidance. It's a delicate balance. You want your child to have the freedom to make decisions, but also need to offer guidance when necessary. Be a supportive coach rather than a micromanager. Ask questions that help them think critically rather than providing all the answers. Number three is peer pressure. Children may hesitate to lead because they worry about what their peers will think. Help them understand that leadership sometimes means standing out and making decisions that might not always be popular, but that's okay. Teach them the value of being true to themselves. So now, in closing, I want to leave you with this thought. Leadership is not just about holding a position of power. It's about being proactive, thinking critically, communicating effectively, and lifting others along the way. As parents and caregivers, you have the unique opportunity to guide your children on this journey. By fostering these skills early on, you're setting them up for success, not just in school, but in life. Thank you so much for your time today. I hope you feel inspired and equipped with the new strategies to help your children grow as confident, compassionate leaders.